Hello and welcome to journal entry number 6. And this might look different because we're inside. It also might look different because it's super messy. And what do you know? It's the last day. So, I've never sat up here without the bed. This is the bed. I moved it to get everything off. And then I started putting stuff on it. This is my outfit for tomorrow. And the rest of this is stuff to pack. I'm leaving at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And normally, since it's like Christmas, I wouldn't have to pack everything, but because I am okay, I'm going into my 5th semester, which will be my last. I was supposed to only have 4 actually, and it'll actually be, or I don't know why I said actually be. It's going. uh, it's why am I saying I'm wording my sentence wrong. I am moving again to a different apartment, dorm, whatever. My whole time at Trevecca, I have moved every single semester. I've never stayed the same place twice. And normally it comes with a new roommate, but I'm actually going with my roommate, who I don't know if he'll walk in or not during this. And if he does, he'll be forever remembered on the journal entries. But yeah, so we are packing up our whole livelihoods, but we do have to wait till after break still, so it won't be till January. Oh, it's 11:05 p.m. right now. I forgot to say that. I forgot I say that every time. Um but yeah, so January 4th we can actually move in to Shingler, which is the awesome 2-person apartments. This one's a 4-person apartment, and we haven't loved the situation that we're in. It's fine. It's just like the sink has mold and everything, and at fault of whatever. But yeah, so, and I don't really like this apartment anyway compared to the other ones that are options. And like we should have been in it, but then like a lot of mix arounds got mixed around and then we didn't. So we're here now, and we're about to not be here now. And yeah, I feel like this semester went by like so fast. Like never before has a semester gone this fast. And like, that's probably good because it felt like yesterday that I was like begging to not do this semester. I like did not want to come back to school. I did not want to start classes. Once classes started, I didn't want to continue them, and like I was just not in a good headspace for this semester. And like it improved because I realized I was being too negative, so I needed to like stop being that negative. Um, but it still wasn't like the best experience of my life. And like I feel like today I was wondering, here's our little topic, I guess, to get into. So I am a nonprofit social justice and entrepreneurship of administration major, and I'm dramatic arts minor, but I have to change that because I have to take classes I didn't think I had to take. I'm still interested in that though. Um, but that's my major, and like it's already changed once because I came in as a film major, and then God clarified what I'm to do in life, and I thought that social justice was the best one after I talked to 3 different departments. And now like today was the first time I really like questioned, because like possibly after me and Abby get married, we're looking into working at this one place, and in working at this one place, if I had a teaching degree, I could be a teacher, probably. And I strongly feel like that's something I would want to do in this time of life, I guess, is just like being an elementary school teacher at a nonprofit. And I don't know. I know there's the like teacher shortage thing, and like I still might be able to become a teacher even with like not having teaching degree. And I have teaching experience technically. So, I don't know. I'll have to keep talking to the organization to see if that's a possibility, which I don't think it is. But anyway, so that's one thing I was wondering. And then I was like, or should I have chosen social work as my major? Because I want to directly work with kids, and specifically I want to work with kids that have absolutely nobody, which like soon in life is not when I'll be doing that. Soon in life is when I'll be working with kids that are just like from poorer areas. Um, but yeah. So I don't know. I feel like because my major is just like less so teaching me how to do things and more so teaching me how to view things. Everything's like ideological and like how do you view somebody appropriately? How do you talk to them without upsetting them? How do you like love people in the best possible way and like how God intended? And it's great. It's great and it's useful skills, but it's not what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to open a nonprofit. I don't know how to run a whole section of a nonprofit. Like, I don't know that. And, like, that's my major. And I'm graduating next semester. And it's like, I don't want more schooling. I just wish that my schooling was more targeted in a good way to actually make me feel, not feel, to actually make me prepared for opening a nonprofit. But instead, I'll have to find that on my own instead of find that through school. So that's fun. Also, I think I'm talking slower than in my normal ones because I'm sitting down. But there's not space for me to walk around because I have stuff everywhere, like exploded everywhere. And to commemorate this, because I really loved it, under me, there's lights, as you can kind of see, and then there's couch cushions and pillows, and then the blankets, like, over the bed was right here, and the blankets went over and covered, so it was like a little cave, but this window back here goes and is open down there, so it's like, it's still bright, it's not just like a dark dungeon, and then I could go down there to just like look up my phone. I was gonna say like read. I did homework, but yeah, the time I read, I was laying on my bed because it's only really happened once. And I actually think if I can get just enough done, I'm going to actually read a little bit more because all my finals are done and I can read because I want to, not because I have to. And I don't like reading because I have to. I like reading because I want to. And really, there's just not that much more to say in this journal entry because, like, everything's coming to a close. And I guess I feel fine about it. That's a good question. How do I feel? I think my emotions are all mixed up because I said goodbye to some people today. And then I was like, it didn't feel like they're leaving. And then I was like, next semester when I'm actually leaving, am I going to feel that same way of like, nah, we're gonna see each other tomorrow or like however long. But like most of these people, I won't. Like I probably won't even catch up with them, to be honest. Like not because I don't want to, just because life happens. And it's like there's not room for 80 friends to keep up with from college. It's like I'll make 80 new friends and like I'll keep up with them as I'm sharing life with them, just like I am right now. But like yeah, it's I don't know. I'm really curious of like how life's gonna look with these people in 10 years, and 20 and 30. And like, yeah. Because like, what if social media crashes and then we never get to see these people again? They're just in your memory. I think that would be cool. I actually like that idea. Um, so yeah, I also not too like 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago, I came from Abby and Katie's apartment, and we watched 2 episodes of This Is Us, which I think is actually my favorite show. I've already finished it, but Abby hasn't. And it was the fourth and third to last episode. And man, that show just makes me sad. It's just like, because it's so good. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Skip a minute ahead if you don't want This Is Us to be spoiled. But like near the end with Rebecca, she just like, it's so cool how they show it, because it goes from her childhood to her like early motherhood to her deathbed, and then back to like when the kids are like middle aged and whatnot. And it's just like, a person's life is so full of so many things, and it all wraps up. It all wraps up, which is such a beautiful thing. But when you look at it so holistically, like that, it's just so. It's almost like I can't receive it well. Like I can't take it in. It's like death has never really like rattled my world too much, which I think I personally think, you know, that like nature versus nurture thing. I think being sad about death is a nurtured thing. I don't think we're naturally all that sad about it. I think we learn to be sad. But that also just might be how I'm wired. And like I'm thinking different. Um but anyway, so like I'm not normally sad at someone's death, but it's like when you're looking at their entire life and then the emotions of these people looking at that person that they've known for their entire life die. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard to watch because like more spoilers. So skip another minute if you don't want spoiled. But Rebecca, it's just so like when her kids are taking care of her, and then it flashes back to when she was taking care of her kids, and like throughout the show you question of like if she really cares about all three of them. And then like later on you see she does. She always did and she always will. And it's like the love bank thing. It's like the one bank that you put stuff in without expectation to get anything, but then you do. Because like Rebecca continuously for so long of her life poured into the love bank of her children. And then when time came, the bank, aka her children, spent all of the money that she spent on them of love back at her. And it's just like so beautiful. It's so cool. It's just so cool to see. Anyway, that show is good overall. I think that watching that show too is making me have mixed emotions of right now. Cause I'm like so go with the flow that I like don't really care about now sometimes. Like it's like I always care about now, but it's like I'm not gonna care about now so much that I'm sad that it's ending. It's like I'm continually flowing. But then like if I'm imagining my life like Rebecca, then it's like imagine everything I did to get here where I am right now, and the relations I'm making and the bonds I'm building and like what I'm doing here. it's having an impact on my life. I'm giving into the love bank and whatnot, and it's gonna soon be something else, and I'm going to then be looking back on this time, and like through stuff like this video, I can like more clearly look back, and maybe that will actually, maybe these are an awful idea because it's just going to be like watching This Is Us. I'm going to be watching myself younger when I'm older, and then I'm going to be dying, and I'm going to listen to myself talking about being young and whatnot, and still having all these decisions to do something with my life, while like I don't know what I'm doing with, I do know what I'm doing with my life. But like not everything. I just like some things. You know what I mean? Um, but I I just I'm just talking in circles. I'm saying the same thing over and over. I don't know how I feel right now, and it's probably fine. It's probably good. I probably feel good. I I don't know. Cause also like I look at all my stuff, cause I have a lot. Like it's like clothing. If you got rid of all the clothing in this room, I feel like someone would say I don't have a lot of stuff. Like clothing is like 90% of what I own, and like I like look at it all sometimes. And I wonder like, will I have this? Will I give it away? Will it burn somehow? I don't know. And it's like, do I even deserve? We deserve nothing. That's the ultimate thing. Like, there's so many situations where we ask, like, do we deserve this? And the answer is no. We don't deserve it. We have it though, and we're thankful for it. And like, I'm thankful for all of my clothes. I really like my clothes, and I like the ability to wear a different color every day. And some colors are bright, and other ones are black. And like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many options. But then I look at it and I'm like, how attached am I to this stuff? Because I have other stuff too. I have like my glass dolphins. I have my paintings that I've painted. I have Ricky and Eddie, the stuffed raccoons to resemble the two raccoons that I raised from birth. Fun fact. Um, but it's just, it's a lot of stuff. And like, even like, I think sometimes about like how negatively I was talking about this apartment when it's like a big room. It's pretty big. And it's like, I'm living here. I have a roof. I have running water. I have food, even though it's like overpriced technically. I still have food. And I have money in my account, and I'm going to exit college without any student debt because I deliver pizzas. And like, I don't know. It's just life is interesting, and it's sometimes it's confusing of like, yes, make the most of life, but like, what are we even making? It's like life is good already. No matter your circumstance, life is good. Period. I do believe that. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes can be harder than what you think is hard, but then like your life is still good if you know God. That's what I have to say. Because it's just so, He's got you. He's holding you. And like in this moment, I have a lot of stuff. I'm moving. I don't know what this next month is going to look like exactly. I don't know how Christmas is going to look. I don't know if I'm going to be happy at Christmas. But I know God's holding me throughout all of it. So yeah, I just rambled for 19 minutes and 40 seconds. Isn't that something? Um, and this was probably the least interesting video entry, journal entry. I caught something different every time, and I need to stop. But life, life is something. Life is something. Be thankful today. Okay, 20. Okay. I'm leaving. Josh never came. So you never got to meet him, and he's never gonna be infamous in my vlogs, in my journal entries. Okay, 2020. Bye.